I am going to survive the next 100 days of hardcore Minecraft stuck in a slowly expanding world. Every day, this world will expand by just a couple of blocks, leaving me extremely limited with resources. Although, by the end of the 100 days, I hope to have a full set of diamond tools and armor, along with defeating the Ender Dragon and building the perfect base. So join me as we take on the challenges of hardcore Minecraft, but while being stuck in a bordered world. Let's get this video to 5,000 likes for the next 100 days. And here we are on day 1 in our little square that's only 16 by 16 blocks. Although hopefully it should start expanding pretty soon. Anyways, first things first, I need to collect up a little bit of wood, so I can then make myself a crafting table and some sticks to craft a wooden pickaxe, which I will then use to collect up a few pieces of stone so I can craft myself a full set of stone tools. I have a pretty good feeling that food is going to be kind of an issue in these first couple days. We have a few pieces of tall grass here and hopefully we can get a seed. Yes, we did, but I have no water, so I have no way of planting it. With that being said, I went ahead and chopped down all of the trees in our square, hoping to maybe get a few apples. Oh, we got an apple, and we got another apple right up here. Okay, so far we're off to an alright start. We got 2 apples, which is better than no apples. And I guess now the best thing to do is probably just plant all of these saplings back down, and hopefully they grow back up before the day is over, because then I can maybe get some more apples. This is gonna suck so much. The food is gonna be such an issue. Oh, the sun is nearly down. I want to try chopping the last of these couple trees. Oh my god, I can't speak English. Okay, I think it's time to go down underground before any mobs start to spawn. Goodbye, daylight and nightlight. Yeah. Since I'm gonna be stuck below ground for this entire night, I went ahead and threw my crafting table and furnace down so I could throw some logs in the furnace to smelt up some charcoal for torches. I also went ahead and crafted myself one more stone pickaxe because I'm gonna start mining a staircase all the way to the bottom of the world. Oh, and we hit our first copper, which is cool, but means absolutely nothing to me since I can't make tools with it. Mojang really should have added some copper tools that maybe aren't as good as iron tools, like it can't mine diamonds, but they're a little bit faster than stone tools. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to mining. Oh, and we hit some coal. This is great, so I don't need to waste any wood smelting up more charcoal. And we've hit a cave. Okay, the world border is right there. Oh, and there's some iron right behind it. Is there anything over this way? No, just some more copper. I'm so close, just another like block and a half and I can reach it. And there's also more coal and it looks like a bigger portion of the cave. At this point, I'm just gonna keep digging a staircase down because there's not much I can do in here. Oh, there goes my pickaxe, and I don't have a backup this time. I'm gonna waste so much hunger climbing up this entire staircase. Once I had myself 2 more stone pickaxes, I made my way back down to the bottom of the staircase and continued to mine until it became day 2. Oh, and it just switched to day 2. Okay, there should be sunlight outside. Please be no mobs unless it's a spider, because then I can get some string from a spider to hopefully make a bed. Okay, no mobs so far, and I don't know if mobs can actually come through the world border, or if they even spawn on the other side of the border. Day 2 went exactly how you probably thought it would go. I spent the entire day chopping trees down, replanting saplings, and chopping more trees down. There really isn't much else to do besides chopping trees down and also collecting up apples so I have something to eat. Although I decided to craft myself a stone hoe because a lot of the leaves weren't decaying because some of the trees still had logs on the outside of the border. I found this pretty annoying, so that's why I crafted a hoe so I can break these leaves much quicker and also get some more apples before it became nighttime. And just like that, day 2 is now drawing to a close and I was able to get 2 more apples. So I'm just gonna go ahead and bury myself down here again and I guess just get back to mining. But first I crafted myself a chest because my inventory was starting to get full of a bunch of crap. I am so close to being able to reach this iron, but not yet. Oh, and there's even more iron down this way that I can almost reach. Is there anything up this way? Oh my goodness. Just leave me alone. It looked like there was some more mobs up here. Oh yeah, we definitely got some mobs. Okay, time to just get out of here. Oh no. We got a skeleton chasing after us. Oh, I'm now realizing I don't think mobs can spawn outside of this, so any areas that aren't lit up, mobs are definitely going to be spawning in huge clusters. I'll need to wait until I maybe get some armor to go take those guys on. And with that, I decided just to continue digging our staircase deeper and deeper into the world. Oh my goodness, this sucks so much. I forgot how slow it is to mine deep slate with the stone pickaxe. It is going to take so freaking long to make my way all the way down to the diamond levels. Oh, what do we have here? We have a mine shaft. Interesting. Oh my goodness, this is huge. Because yeah, if I can collect up some cobwebs, those will give me string, and then I should be able to make a bed actually. Oh, there's a zombie villager. Oh, I really don't want to kill this guy because maybe in the future I can get some normal villagers with him by curing them. I'm just gonna have to go ahead and kill him. Oh, that felt so wrong. Okay, this cave really looks like it starts to open up. Oh, where am I being shot from? Oh my goodness, the amount of mobs right there is insane. I'm just gonna close this area off for now. And now I can just start collecting up some cobwebs. Was that really the only one? Okay, there's another one right here. I also need to eat my food. Oh, and we got some diamonds. Oh, and that's a spawner right there. Stay away from that for now. I'm just looking for any more cobwebs. Okay, we're up to 4, which is 1 piece of wool. Oh, and we also got a potato. I just realized that. I'm gonna head out of here because I'm sure it's almost now daytime again. And I am not equipped to take on all of those mobs that are hiding down there. Can I mine this iron yet? Oh, yes, I can, baby. I can mine the iron. Oh, but I can't mine these ones? Are you kidding me? I was just able to get the 4. Okay, that's fine. I don't need it all just yet. It is now day 3, though. Similar to day 2, I spent the entire morning chopping all of the trees down and replanting some saplings back in. Honestly, at this point, I have more than enough wood. I'm really just trying to get apples because I'm gonna need a good food source. And I still don't have a great solution considering I have no way to get water. Oh, thank goodness we're gonna be able to get, I think, 4 more apples right here, which is huge because in this entire day of harvesting trees, I was only able to get 1 single apple, which would not have been good when it comes to going mining and losing a whole lot of hearts to all those mobs. And there we go. Day 3 is drawing to a close, and we're now up to 13 apples, which is pretty dang good. Although I definitely need to go down underground tonight because phantoms start spawning on night 3, I'm pretty sure. I'm also going to need another chest because my inventory is quickly filling up with all the random items. Before heading down under, I went ahead and smelted up all of my iron so I can craft a shield because if I don't, I will never hear the end of it from you guys in the comments, along with crafting an iron pickaxe so I can harvest those diamonds we saw earlier. Also, what the fuck was that Australian accent? That was honestly just so disappointing. I'm sorry to all my Australian fans out there. And now that I have my shield, I feel a whole lot better about maybe taking on some mobs and hopefully not dying. Okay, let's see how we're looking so far. Any new mobs? No, it doesn't seem to be. And is there any string that's visible now? Okay, we got 1 more piece. Oh yeah, and now that we have our iron pickaxe, I can also harvest these diamonds, or hopefully more than 1. Yeah, okay, we got 2. Is there maybe a 3rd? I do not think so. I'm gonna put a torch right here and get another cobweb. At a certain point, it became day 4 while I was down in the caves, and I opted just to continue mining because I really didn't have much to do up at the surface. Luckily, I was able to get a lot of good ores along with some more diamonds. What do we have over here? Okay, we got a little bit more of mine shaft to explore, but there is no cobwebs, and that is what I'm looking for. Oh my goodness, that guy came out of freaking nowhere. Okay, that's 1 dealt with. I went ahead and just continued to mine because there is still a bunch more ores in the walls, and I found some more diamonds. All I need is 2 more cobwebs so I can get those last 2 pieces of string and we'll be able to craft ourselves a bed. But currently, I don't think there's any string that we're going to get for actually quite a while. I did realize though, once the border expands enough where I can reach that water, that could be our water source for our crops. Well, anyways, it's now day 5, so I'm going to go ahead and make my way back up to the surface to chop some more trees because I am nearly all out of apples at this point. Once I was back up at the surface, I threw my iron in the furnace so I can craft myself a brand new iron axe. It may not look much bigger, but it has definitely expanded by a couple of blocks, which has now opened up these trees in this lower corner. Although I just realized I forgot to plant a whole bunch of saplings down, so I gotta do that real quick, or else I'm not gonna have any food for this next night. Oh my goodness, did I just say, we have a sheep. We have a single sheep on this island. Oh my goodness. I need to craft some fences and fence gates, and hopefully I can maybe try and get this guy inside of it. Where did he go? I don't have any wheat, so this is gonna be kind of difficult. No, okay. I'm just gonna let him be. I don't think he really has anywhere to go because I don't think he can walk outside of the border. Wait a second. I'm a jackass. I just remembered I could craft some shears and get some wool from that guy. That completely went right over my head. That yeah, you don't need string to make wool. You can just harvest it from him, and just like that, we got 3 wool. Now I can craft a bed. Day 5 is now drawing to a close, and I can use our brand new bed. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. Now that we have a bed, I want to go ahead and get started on some form of house. So I went ahead and threw 2 stacks of cobblestone in the furnace so I can get some normal stone, and then use some iron to craft some brand new iron armor while I wait for that to smelt. I also decided to use a few diamonds to make a diamond pickaxe, and then decided to also make a diamond sword. Then I remembered that the border had probably now expanded enough to grab that water source, but I didn't have enough iron to make a bucket, so I ran down into the caves, collected up 2 pieces of iron, smelted that up, crafted a bucket, and then made my way all the way back to the bottom where the water source was almost available for grabs. Am I able to reach it just yet? Oh, I think I can. Is it right there? It's up here. Please don't be all the way up the side. Oh no, I'm not gonna be able to get it, I don't think. Because yeah, I can't get into that water source right there. Oh, that's such a bummer. The border really only needed about another 5 minutes to expand it to be able to get that water, so I just went ahead and hung out down at the bottom of the world, collecting up some deep slate for the roof of our new house. And eventually I was able to grab that water bucket and make my way back up to the surface, where it was now day 7, and I set up a small little crop field to get some wheat and some potatoes. It's so small, but hopefully one day in this world, one day, this will end up becoming a much bigger field. With a little field set up, I went ahead and got started on our brand new house. First off, by clearing out a little bit of dirt to give us a nice flat piece of land to work on. And that's when a whole bunch of mobs started to appear from this cave over in the corner. This is one of the few unlit places in the entire border, so all the mobs are just spawning in this little cave. I need to get my shield immediately so I can get rid of a few of these mobs. I don't exactly know what to do about this. There's so many of them. I'm losing way too many hearts. Are you guys seeing how insane this is? The amount of creepers is just absurd. Oh my god, they're like, look at that, look at that. I need to immediately light up all of these caves because this is like the only spot for mobs to spawn. And I really can't even kill this spider because he's like halfway into the border. I was able to get a total of 17 bones from killing all of those skeletons, so I'm gonna craft those into bone meal. And now I can just bone meal all of these wheat and potatoes, and we should have a little better source of food because I've been eating a whole bunch of rotten flesh. Anyways, with the crop field now expanded, I want to go ahead and get started on this house. It's definitely going to be difficult to build some good looking homes in this world since I'm so limited on my blocks. Typically, I never use blocks like birch when I'm working with other things like oak or deep slate, but in this case, it was kind of the only choice I had when it came to building a trim for the roof. I guess I could have used something like tuff, but I was already using deep slate on the roof and I felt like that wouldn't look super great. Overall, it took me about 2.5–3 days to build this house. It's definitely not the biggest house I've ever built, but it should get the job done for the next couple days. I went ahead and built a little interior with a couple chests, some barrels, and 6 furnaces. And of course our little bunk bed, which has a chest below it too, full of all of our goodies. As you can tell, the border has expanded a couple more blocks, which is great, but I'm starting to realize that I don't have sugarcane so far, and I really hope when this thing keeps expanding, we're going to be able to get some, because then I can build an enchantment setup. What do you think you're doing? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There was just a thunderstorm that I slept through, and in that short time from me running outside to the bed, all the mobs started spawning. Why does this have to happen? Because now that I have all of the mobs cleared out that spawned during the thunderstorm, I want to fix that problem by getting rid of every single tree inside of our square and lighting up the entire ground. This is going to be something I'm going to start doing every day or two in this world to make sure that this entire area is mob proof. But first, I needed to jump down into the caves to collect up a little bit of iron so I can make a new iron axe. This ended up taking way longer than I thought it was going to because as I was chopping the trees, the border was expanding, adding more trees to the area. But eventually, I decided to cut them all down. From there, I crafted myself 3 stacks of torches, and I could go around with a grid system pattern, placing all of these in, making sure that there is not a single spot in this square for mobs to spawn in. And that is when I had an idea. Wait a second. If I can get myself another water source, then we can use a fishing rod to get enchanted books and a lot more. Oh my goodness, I didn't even realize that. Like, fishing literally can give you so much. I just gotta figure out what the loot table is when you're fishing inside of a forest, which I guess would be river fishing, not ocean fishing. Okay, first I gotta finish up placing all these torches. So using 2 string and a couple of sticks, I crafted myself 1 fishing rod and went ahead and started to fish in the only water source we have. After fishing for day 15, day 16, and part of day 17, and doing a little bit of research, I learned you can't even get an enchanted book from fishing in a single source of water. So yeah, that was some time wasted. So with that being said, I decided to jump back down into the caves looking for any more water sources down below. So hopefully one day I can make myself an infinite water source. Oh my, is that what I think it is? Oh yeah, we have a monster spawner, a skeleton spawner. Oh my goodness, that hurts so bad. Even better, we have an ancient city down there. We obviously can't get to it just yet, but that's pretty huge because that could have enchanted books and that could also have diamond tools and armor, along with a lot of other goodies, obviously. All the skeletons are now cleared out. I'm gonna go ahead and light this all up. What do we got in the chest? We got a respiration book and name tag and some other random junk. And we got a depth strider book and some more junk. Okay, that is not too bad at all. That will help us in some way, I'm sure. That is what I'm really looking forward to, though. After some searching around for another water source, I was not able to find one, so I just went ahead and made my way back up to the surface. Using the 3 diamonds I just found, I went ahead and crafted myself a diamond axe and started to chop down the trees that have now been uncovered by the border. The next couple of days pretty much just looked like me chopping trees, harvesting my crops, and then coming back and shearing the wool off the sheep. The reason I'm shearing the wool is because when we do get to that ancient city, I want to make sure I have plenty of wool to work around all the skulk sensors. Although eventually I realized that the border expanded enough where another cave entrance was showing, and thank God there was a water source down inside of this cave. And finally, we're able to make ourselves an unlimited water source. Oh my God, that took so long, but it's done and we have unlimited water. Now, one of the first things I want to do now that we have unlimited water is right down here we have this little area, and I think it would be cool to maybe build a little dam wall right here, and then we could build sort of up here that we can do all of our fishing off of. Jumping straight into this dam build. Get it? Dam build. Why do I think I'm funny sometimes? I'm not. Anyways, I decided just to use some oak logs and some oak planks, keeping it pretty simple since I didn't have many different blocks to choose from. I also decided to put a railing on the top of the dam just to make it look like I'm not going to fall over the edge, or nothing else does too. From there, I could just use 2 buckets and flood the entire inside of this thing, working from the bottom all the way up, which should give me more than enough room to use my fishing rod to catch as many things as I want. And finally, by day 22, I'm able to do some peaceful fishing, and I actually have a chance of getting enchanted books this time. Over 30 things caught in a broken fishing rod, and I got absolutely nothing good. If this is how I'm gonna get all my enchanted books for my tools, this is gonna take the entire rest of the 73 days or 77 days, whatever it is. Back to it though. Oh my God, is that a sheep stuck in the ground? Oh my goodness, can I get that guy with the fishing rod actually? Nope, definitely can't. The barrier is unbreachable, but maybe with a piece of wheat, I might be able to draw him in, and it looks like we have a wandering trader. Come on, can you come here? He's stuck in the, oh my God. All right, at least I'll maybe get him in like 2 days time. And then what about the wandering trader? Does he have anything good to trade? Not like I can trade with him because I still don't have emeralds. But please tell me you don't have sugarcane, because I will lose my mind. No, you do not. All right, it's time for you to leave so another one can spawn. I do think I have a solution. Oh, what? There's another one. I thought I killed both of them. Anyways, like I was saying, I'm pretty sure I have a solution to our emerald problem, which is that hill right there. If I'm correct, emeralds should spawn in that mountain because emeralds spawn in mountainous biomes. So as the border expands, I'll probably start doing some strip mining up in that area, and hopefully we can get an emerald or 2. And then we can use that emerald to trade with a wandering trader to get some sugarcane. Oh, hell yeah, baby. I never thought I'd be excited about something like this, but we got some chickens up in this thing. Follow me, guys. Okay, we're in a step in the right direction. Things are finally starting to get done. I'm just gonna put you 2 dudes right into here, or at least I hope you're not 2 dudes, or else I think you guys get the point. Straight into there, and then you also right into there, and then let's breed you. There we go. Taking a quick break from fishing and working with the animals, I want to go down and explore that ancient city. At this point, I'm pretty sure the border has expanded just enough where I'm going to be able to reach a few chests, so I went ahead and made my way down to the bottom of the world. This could be a horrible idea, but oh, okay. I think we're good. I meant to place a piece of wool down, but okay, we're getting some stuff. Okay, and I'm just going to sneak around. I don't think any of the shriekers or sensors work that are beyond the border, but this is absolutely terrifying. I only have a little bit of wool, so there's only so much I can do. Oh, you know what? I can actually use my shears and steal a whole bunch of this wool. Oh, there doesn't seem to be any more chests over here. Yeah, that might be the only chest I can receive. I mean, we got pretty good stuff from it. We were able to get Swift Sneak and Fortune 2, but I'd love to maybe find a couple more chests because, yeah, I mean, this stuff could have diamonds and other good things in it. Speaking of diamonds, yeah. Anyways, I went ahead and made my way back up to the surface. Oh yeah, awesome. We can actually get this guy out of here. Follow me, buddy. This has been a long time coming. Okay, I already lost him. I forgot how stupid these animals are. Right on into your No, we're not doing the same thing the last guy did. Okay, you know what? Nope, that works. That's fine. I'm just gonna shove you into there and then breed the two of you up. Considering that we're now on to day 26, I want to go ahead and build some new structures. The first thing I want to get started with is a brand new mine entrance. Currently, the mine entrance is just below the starter house, which I really don't love. So I'm gonna go ahead and dig out a tunnel going into this portion of the hillside, which is gonna kill two birds with one stone because I'm gonna need the cobblestone for the mine entrance, and I also just want to build a tunnel because it will look cool. From there, I went ahead and put the cobblestone into some furnaces so we can get some normal stone, and while I waited, I went back to doing some more fishing because this is honestly like gambling. I cannot get myself to walk away. I am so just tempted to come back and try getting like an enchanted book or better fishing rod. But as they always say, the house always wins. This first building, which is gonna go right here in the hole I just dug, is simply just gonna be a small mine entrance. Just kidding, there's gonna be nothing small about this. I wanna take some stone and stone brick and build two towers, which are gonna look like big furnaces, along with building a simple oak structure on the other side of the entrance, which is gonna be our storage for all of our goodies. In between these two and over the top of the entrance, I wanna build a little walkway so I can cross between. And just as the starter house is, I kept the block palette pretty simple since I don't have a lot of blocks to choose from. I did notice though that as the border starts expanding a little bit more, we're gonna be able to get some spruce trees, which is huge because spruce is one of my favorite blocks to build out of. But I don't have it just yet. So instead, I decided to use birch for the trim on the roof like I did on the starter house, and then use deep slate textured with some deep slate tiles and deep slate brick for the whole thing. And to finish things off, I threw a few campfires in the furnaces to have smoke rising from the top of it. So far, I think this mine entrance has turned out super great considering how limited I am on blocks. I could have gone and collected up a little bit of spruce logs and used those while I was building this, but honestly, I kind of want to stick to the same palette I used on the starter house because I think it actually looks pretty nice using birch with deep slate. Anyways, considering we are now on to day 33, the border has expanded quite a bit, so I actually want to head back down into that ancient city and see if there's any more good loot that I can try getting. So crafting myself a brand new shield, a bow and arrow, and a couple more torches, I made my way down to the ancient city. I need to be very careful now because there's a good chance a lot more shriekers are showing, so I'm just gonna need to take my time with everything. Okay, we got a chest right here. I just want to make sure I close everything off. That should be fine. Yep, okay, I didn't hear anything go off. That's a good sign. Now, is there any more chests right around here? No, I don't think so. I'm gonna go ahead and collect up a little bit more wool because I'm going through it very quickly. All right, another 30 should be good. Okay, we got another chest right there. And same as before, I'm just gonna go ahead and close this thing completely off. Oh, I heard a sound. We're still good. I think there's another chest in that area right there. Open that. Okay, we got some more stuff in here. Nothing great though. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and make my way out of here because I don't know if there's any more chests and I'm kind of freaked out right now. So I went ahead and made my way back up to the surface and crafted a brand new diamond pickaxe. I did this because I'm gonna start strip mining in the mountain area to hopefully get some emeralds. I started off by digging 3 shorter tunnels and quickly realized I was still digging in the forest. So I went a little further out and I found some emeralds. Oh, and we got an emerald. We got an emerald. Oh my goodness, we got an emerald. That is so huge. Now if a wandering trader spawns with sugarcane, we can actually buy it off of them. Oh my goodness, I'm such a jackass. We just ran into another emerald, but it was a part of the one we saw earlier. Now that we have 1 emerald, I decided to dig a little bit longer because this is a good way of gathering up some coal along with iron. And I do need the cobblestone for some building I have planned. 2 emeralds is not bad at all. That's 1 more than I technically need, so I guess if the wandering trader has some other good item, I could buy it off of him. But I'm just making my way to the top of the hill to get a little bit of spruce saplings. Oh my goodness, and we got a cow too. Okay, that's awesome. I definitely need to go get some wheat. Hopefully he has a friend maybe up here. Okay, first I'm gonna get some spruce wood along with saplings, and then I'll come back up and grab those guys. Even better, I brought the leads that we got from the multiple wandering traders we've killed. So I should just be able to yank them down the hillside. This is so hilarious to watch. They're just getting yanked down the hill right now. Come on, boys, just follow me. Oh my goodness, this is so amazing. We actually have cows now in this world. Considering we now have 3 out of the 4 passive mobs in the game, and this is still our tiny little weak field, I want to go ahead and expand it and make... Oh my god, they're back again? Okay, as I was saying, we have this area down here which is pretty open and relatively flat, and I think we could maybe build a farmhouse right around here and then a big field out in front of it, kind of leading up to the front of the mine entrance. Once I had the structure complete, which was pretty simple, I then went ahead and got started on building a small field off to the side of the house. This is going to end up being our wheat field, and we will be adding 2 other ones, one for carrots and one for potatoes later. But for now, wheat is the most important. Anyways, now that we have our small wheat field and a farmhouse, I want to build a barn and some animal pens to store all of these guys. And I think right here is going to be a great location because it's relatively flat and I just kind of like where it's located. I went ahead and removed some dirt to give us a little bit more land to work on. And I think this is looking pretty good so far. I think this should be big enough. I might add some more dirt to this side right here because I don't want to get rid of too much on the side of the house right here. With that being said, I will figure it out later and let's get to building. I'm going to keep this barn pretty simple and I don't want it to be too large because then it's going to stand out compared to all the rest of the builds and not look proportional whatsoever. I decided to go for a 7x11 rectangle with 1 sticky outy bit, which is where we can put our chicken coop. When it came to the block palette, I went back to the original block palette I used in the starter house by not using spruce and instead using birch for the trim of the roof. And here comes the really fun part of trying to get all of these guys to follow me into their new home. There's a good chance I'm probably gonna lose a few of them. Oh, no, we got them. We're doing pretty good. All right, everybody, we're just gonna make our way right into here, please. And now it's time for the cows, which tend to be a little bit smarter. I don't know if that's actually a thing. I just find them a little bit easier to transport. Forget everything I said, because that guy's just stuck on the trapdoor. And anyone who didn't make it through is just gonna, they're just gonna get the slaughtering, because free will does not exist in my world. And I just realized we are now on to day 50. We are halfway through this 100-day challenge, and I honestly think it's going pretty well so far, considering we do have mostly diamond tools. I do have a diamond toe. No, I have all diamond tools, but I still don't have any diamond armor yet, but I think that's going to get a lot easier since the border has expanded a whole lot more. And is the village in the border yet? No, it's not, so I can't go get villagers yet. Anyways, I went ahead and grabbed the chickens and put them in their new chicken pen, which is inside of the barn, and then I want to go ahead and make my way down into the caves to collect up a decent amount of iron so I can craft myself an anvil. I want to do this because earlier I got a Fortune 2 book and I would love to be able to put this on my diamond pickaxe to speed up the process of getting rare earth minerals. Making my way back up to the surface, I threw all of the iron into the furnaces, and while I wait for it to smelt up, I want to go ahead and build a small new furnace room, which is going to go inside of one of the larger furnaces down by the mine. I kept this pretty simple by just doing 8 furnaces and a crafting table in the middle, and then a barrel for some storage for the coal. Oh my god, and finally we have our first enchanted tool, which sadly just has Fortune 2 on it, but that's better than nothing. I couldn't stop thinking about the fact that I haven't built a potato or carrot field, so that's what we're going to do next. I want to make sure before this 100 days is up that I have myself a wheat, carrot, and potato field, and this one is going to be for all of our potatoes. I kept it pretty simple and similar to the wheat field by just going around the outside of it with some fence posts and then throwing some leaves on it, and since I was able to collect up a little bit of extra iron earlier, I went ahead and crafted some lanterns and threw those around too. Yeah, I know, it's kind of sad because it's definitely not filled in at all, but as these crops grow in, I'm going to replant them and we will have a full field before this 100 days is over. Moving on, I think it's about time I make my way into the nether, and luckily I found a lava pool earlier when I was strip mining for emeralds, so I went over there and threw a water bucket down, collected up 15 pieces of obsidian, and then made myself one nether portal. And voila, we have ourselves a nether portal, but before I go in there and trifle with any of the mobs in there, I think it ought to be a good idea that I get full diamond armor. So with that being said, I went ahead and made my way down to the bottom of the world and search for diamonds. There's a bat down there setting off all of the skulkers or shriekers, whatever they're called right now, and I really hope that doesn't affect me because I really don't want to die. I am so glad I took the time to put Fortune 2 on this diamond pickaxe because I was able to get 57 diamonds in such little time. I also came across a geode during my mining session and I spent a few minutes harvesting up some amethyst crystals, and then I went ahead and made my way back up to the surface where I crafted a full set of diamond armor. This is honestly one of the worst parts of these 100-day challenges, is going to the nether for the first time, because I have no idea what it's going to look like on the other side of that portal, and for all I know, I could spawn in the middle of like a lava field and have nowhere to go. But I guess with that being said, I'm just gonna kind of go for it, and hopefully there's a another fortress on the other side. And we're in a basalt delta. Okay, that sucks. Honestly, probably one of the single worst places I can spawn. Although we do have another fortress right there, which is huge, because if there wasn't one, then we could never really progress to the point of having really overpowered villager trades. With nothing really else to do in the nether, I went ahead and made my way over to the fortress in search of a blaze spawner along with some nether wart. I'm gonna need both of these to craft some potions of weakness, which I will use to cure some villagers to get good trades. And thank goodness there's a blaze spawner right at the entrance that I came in from, so that is huge. I'm gonna keep searching around though, because I still need to find a little bit of nether wart so I can make some potions of weakness. It looks like the tunnel kind of carries to the left here. I wonder if I dig through this way, if I'm gonna run into more fortress. Yes, I have. Oh, and we got some nether wart right there, which is huge. And we have another staircase right there, but that one does not have any nether wart. Now that I have that nether wart, really all I need is a little bit of quartz and also some blaze rods. I'm now up to a total of 9 blaze rods, which I think should be more than enough for brewing some potions, along with... Ooh, that is so spooky. Anyways, along with going to the end portal and crafting all those eyes of enders and whatnot. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, though, because I really hate the nether in hardcore mode, especially when you're in a basalt delta, because there's lava frickin' everywhere. And get me home, please. And that is exactly why I wanted to go get those blaze rods, is because the village is now in the border. And considering we are already on to day 57, I want to go get those villagers as soon as possible so I can start working with them and give myself as much time as possible to get some really good trades. Oh yeah, and we have 2 villagers that are actually inside of the border. Okay. Oh, why does one of them have to be a nitwit? Are you kidding me? Push you into that boat, please. Thank you. And then is there any other villagers? No, we do have a chest, and I will take all of your goodies. Oh, we have one right there. Yep, I saw that. Okay, we got him also. That is awesome. But you know what? I left my leads back at base, so I need to go grab those real quick. I decided to take a few minutes using a couple stacks of dirt to build a bridge from the village to our base, which hopefully should make transporting the villagers a little bit easier. Probably not necessary whatsoever, considering you can now lead boats, but for old-fashioned sake, I went ahead and did it. I do also think it might make my life a little bit easier. That is not going to make my life easier, though. The fact that this nitwit got into the other boat... Where you go? No, 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 please don't go into your house. Please don't go into your house. No, 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 no. Let's put you right into there. Perfect. Okay. I just need the nitwit to avoid the boat now. That's all I need. And this is working like a dream. Just pull you up there, and then I just need to get you onto the sky bridge. Yep, yep. Okay, we're looking good. We're looking good. I still think this is one of the greatest things Mojang added to this game, because it was so hard moving things around in boats in the past, and now it is so easy. I'm just gonna leave you right there. Yep, you stayed, and I'm gonna go get you a friend. And then now I just need to light this whole bridge up, and I'm gonna get rid of some of this dirt so no zombies that spawn can reach these guys, and we should be good. I'm gonna go ahead and sleep through the night so nothing happens to either of these guys. Now that I have the 2 villagers, I want to go ahead and build some sort of villager breeder right up here, but honestly, I'm pretty bummed out because I still have not got any sand in this world yet, which means I can't get any glass. Although the border has expanded by quite a bit, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and run around the outside and see if I can find any bodies of water that have some sand on the shore or even some sand underwater. And yep, we got some sand right down there. I just need to figure out the best way to get down. Can I jump? Can I make that jump? Oh, I think I can. I'm gonna go for it. Oh yeah, I can totally make the jump, but still so terrifying. And now I can just collect up a little bit of sand. You know, when I jumped down here, I kind of forgot that I have to go all the way back up, and this is a very, very steep cliff, and the only blocks I have with me is pretty much all of the sand I just collected up, so I'm gonna need to harvest dirt on my way up. I'm hoping now that it's been a couple of minutes that maybe those pumpkins are showing. Okay, one of them is. Let's see if that's harvestable or not. Yes, it is. Okay, but I can't get those ones yet. I can get this one. That is huge because now I'm going to have a great way to grow some pumpkins and trade them with the villagers for emeralds. Although I am still really needing some sugarcane because in order to get librarian villagers, I'm going to need lecterns, which require books, which also requires sugarcane. Or paper and then sugarcane. You guys get the point. So if I want to build an enchantment table or even get enchanted books from villagers, I am still gonna need some sugarcane. And currently I am still waiting on a wandering trader to spawn in that I can trade with. Once I was back at base, I went ahead and started to smelt up the sand into glass and got started on this villager breeder. When it comes to redstone or technical builds like this, I have no idea how to do them, so I just went onto YouTube and found a good video on a simple one. I'll make sure to tag the tutorial down in the description so you guys can go check it out if you want to also. Anyways, I went ahead and kept this thing super simple, keeping the same block palette I've been using on every other structure in the village, and I got about halfway through building the thing when I realized it wasn't quite big enough, so over to the left side of it I added on a few more blocks. Now that I'm certain this farm is working and it's producing some baby villagers, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this dirt bridge. And by day 65, I would say this villager breeder project is pretty much finished up. You know what? I'm going to put some more slabs right here. So now I can kind of wrap around to the left. Okay, that's perfect. But yeah, this thing is all complete. It is producing some baby villagers. I don't think we have any adults just yet, but I don't want to slow down the momentum here because we have a bunch more I want to build in the next 35 days. For example, right over here, we have a nice area that's flat, and I think this will be perfect for a little nether wart farm, which we're going to keep extremely simple by just doing some 3-block long soul sand strips like this, and then I can take some trapdoors and throw them along the sides like so, and just like that we have a super simple nether wart farm that should produce more than enough for the next 35 days. I'm not going to stop there though, because I do want to replace most of this ground here and then maybe build like a small shed where I'm standing right here, which can be our storage for all the nether wart we're going to collect, or should I say lack thereof, all the nether wart, because I mean I don't think this is going to produce that much. I like it, but I don't absolutely love the way it looks. I feel like this building stands out way too much because it looks nothing like the style I've been using so far. So we're more than likely going to come back to that little structure and fix it up and maybe change some things. The reason we're going to come back to it is because I want to get started on a project that I feel like is absolutely necessary to get done ASAP. And while that is going to be an automatic pumpkin farm, which I can use to trade with villagers to get hundreds of emeralds. But first, I'm going to need to make my way into the nether to collect up a couple stacks of quartz to craft some observers along with comparators, and then I decided to head into the mountains to collect up quite a bit of iron, which thank God I thought of this because there was not nearly as many mobs to deal with, and there was also loads upon loads of iron. I went ahead and made my way back over to base to smelt up all of this iron, and while I waited, I got started on the platform of where this pumpkin farm is going to go, which is simply going to be behind the starter house, kind of lower down, because it's probably not going to be the prettiest building. This thing is going to be super big and super clunky, so yeah, I kind of want it to be hidden. Although, as I was building, I realized I'm going to need more gold to craft some powered rails, and rather than going to the bottom of the world, I opted to go into the nether because I should be able to get a decent amount of gold nuggets from harvesting nether gold ore. Once I was back in the overworld, I realized I'm gonna need a couple more stacks of cobblestone also, so I went ahead and extended the tunnel out under the mine. And from there, I pretty much had everything together, so I went ahead and spent about half a day doing a large crafting spree. Right before I started building, I realized that there's now a portion of jungle within our border, so I made my way over there looking for melons, and thank goodness there was not only melons, but there was also bamboo. Oh my god, we have sugarcane. We actually have sugarcane inside of our border now. I've been waiting so long for a wandering trader to spawn so we can get some, and I was really getting concerned that one was never going to spawn. All right, I need to get back to base ASAP so I can get this stuff planted in and start growing it so we can get an enchantment table going. For now, I'm just going to go ahead and throw it up against our little pond right here, and then as some of these grow in and I get more, I'll build ourselves a farm. Maybe it might even be an automatic one. Yeah, I might actually do that. Anyways, now that it's day 73 and I have all the items together for this farm, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with it. Building this farm is another one of those cases where I'm not very good with redstone, like I said earlier, so I just went online and found a video by Shulkercraft explaining how to build this whole thing. It wasn't super resource heavy, and it also was extremely simple to build, so that's why I chose this one. I'll make sure to link the tutorial down below in the description. And just like that, the Auto Melon Pumpkin Farm is all complete and has a roof on it. Now that is one step when it comes to the villager curing and having really cheap trades and whatnot, but another part of it, which is probably going to be the harder one, is I need to get a zombie that can turn the villagers into zombified villagers, which means I need to stay awake tonight and hopefully use my name tag to name tag one of these zombies. So here's my thought. If I can get a zombie to follow me, I'm going to walk into this doorway right here, and I have a minecart sitting and waiting. And so as I walk through, I'll try to get behind this minecart, and hopefully the zombie just walks right into it, and then I can just push it into this corner, break the block below him, and then he will be stuck forever once I name tag him. And it worked like a dream, although now I'm realizing that this zombie might be one block too low, or at least half a block, so he might not be able to attack the villagers. They might need to drop down to his level. With the zombie now in place, I quickly got started to getting some villagers set up, and I mainly want farmer villagers that will trade potatoes on their first trades. This will be huge because I have a fortune pickaxe, and when I harvest that potato field, I get almost a full inventory of potatoes, so I think this will just be the easiest. The fact that it just took me almost 4 entire days just to get 4 zombified farmer villagers is a little absurd, and I can't spend that much time doing this because we're gonna quickly run out of days. Anyways, I want to grab myself a little bit of nether wart and then also one of those blaze rods so I can then craft myself a brewing stand, and then I guess I'm going to need another blaze rod to make some blaze powder. And then from here, all I really want to do is throw everything into the brewing stand along with the fermented spider eye, which will then give me a potion of weakness, and if I add some gunpowder, I'm going to get some splash potions. And perfect, we got 3 of these bad boys, but we have a problem. I'm going to need more gold to craft some more golden apples, which means I need to go back into the nether again. So without wasting a beat, I made my way through the portal and went searching around for some nether gold ore. Luckily, now that the border's expanded by a pretty decent amount, it wasn't too difficult to find a bunch of this stuff. It just sucked a little bit because I forgot to bring some gold armor with me, so piglins were trying to attack me the entire time. That's a pretty big deal that there's a warped forest within the border because endermen spawn all over those things, which means I should have a pretty reliable way. Oh boy. As I was saying, I should have a pretty reliable way of getting some ender pearls. So that is exactly what I did, is I found myself a nice little 2-high area, and I decided to stare at a bunch of endermen in the eyes, killing them, trying to get ender pearls. As much as I want to get all the ender pearls I'm going to need to go to the end portal, I think I'm going to wait until I get some looting on my sword, just because I'm only getting an ender pearl like every other enderman I kill, and it's taking a very long time. With that being said, I went ahead and made my way back to the overworld, so I can craft all these gold nuggets into ingots, then golden apples. And then here we go. I just want to get myself nice and lined up in the middle. Hopefully that got everyone. I think it did. Yep, we got all 4 of them. Perfect. And that is so loud. While I waited for the farmer zombie villagers to cure, I went ahead and got started on the next type of villager, which is going to be librarians. These are going to be super important because this is how I'm going to get a lot of enchanted books, which I will then be able to throw on my tools. As I was doing this, I also decided to start maxing out all of the farming villagers since they're cured now, just to speed up the process. And finally, halfway through day 90, I have myself 8 cured villagers in total, 4 of those being farmers and 4 of those being librarians. And then for the farmers, I can't figure out why, but they're not working and recouping their trades, which kind of sucks, but it shouldn't be too big of a deal because I'm gonna buy a whole bunch of bookshelves from this guy, along with buying a couple of these looting books. And I just heard these guys, all their trades have restocked, and it is honestly so overpowered. The amount of levels I'm getting from this is crazy, along with emeralds too, but levels wild. So I just went ahead and spent the last day and a half doing a whole bunch of trading, as you can see, and I was also able to acquire 25 bookshelves, which means I'm gonna be able to make an enchantment setup. Although I am going to need a few more pieces of obsidian, so I went ahead and made my way over to the lava pool from earlier just to collect up 2 pieces. And finally, I have an enchantment table. I just need to figure out a good place to put this. I'm pretty sure the upstairs of the mine building is still completely empty, and this should be perfect in here. Crafting some brand new diamond tools, I went ahead and started enchanting everything I could because I was up to level 49. Honestly, between all the enchantments I did, I really didn't get anything that was super great. And there we go, day 92, I am fully kitted out with full enchanted diamond armor along with enchanted diamond tools. And also this bow and arrow, which should help us kill the ender dragon. But first things first, I need to make my way back into the nether to go find that warped forest so I can kill a bunch more endermen to get those ender pearls. And luckily I now have looting on my sword, so it should make it a whole lot quicker. And honestly, I think 16 ender pearls is gonna be more than enough. I mean, oh, we have 3 more. Oh, okay, yeah, 19 is definitely more than enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and make my way back to the portal. At this point, I just spent the next day and a half getting things together that I'm gonna take to the end with me. I made sure to craft 6 instant health 2 potions, so if I take any damage, I will be able to recover very quickly, along with crafting 4 more golden apples, getting myself a water bucket, along with a pumpkin head so I can throw that on so endermen aren't getting angry at me if I look at them. And on the morning of day 94, I think I'm just about ready to go look for that ender portal. So here we go, let's throw the first one. It's going this way, alrighty. Oh, I was hoping 15 should be enough, but it might not be, considering we already have lost a single one. One more time. Oh, we're going that way now. Of course, it has me going up into the mountains, and I swear to God, if it's under, wait, where'd that go? Oh, did that go into the ground? Yep, it's going into the ground. Okay, so we're somewhere around here. Yeah, it's right around here. Okay. And that right there is some stone brick. All right, let's just drop down into here. And now it's time to just start. Oh, there's the portal right there. Okay, that was easy. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad I brought extra because it's literally missing every single Eye of Ender. And voila, there we go. We have the end portal. Now, you guys may think this is a little cheaty, but I have the No Pumpkin Blur resource pack added in just because I hate the idea that I'm literally getting attacked by endermen while I'm trying to fight a boss. It's too much and I die every time. Anyways, let's go ahead and start this fight montage. If you're wondering why my levels went from 9 down to 5 between me going from the overworld to the end, it's because I forgot to turn the border off, which instantly killed me when I made my way into the end. What Tobefoxy left the confines of this world? So with that being said, I thought it was fine if I just respawned because it was just a simple mistake. I just wanted to let you guys know. Okay, how the hell am I supposed to reach this guy? Do you see how high he is up in the air? I cannot hit him. And there we go. That's the end of it. Oh my goodness. That felt so awesome to do. That was actually pretty dang easy also. I barely went through any of my potions, and I forgot to bring a piston with me, so I don't think I can actually harvest the egg. And honestly, I'm also kind of tempted to go get some elytra, but I don't think I should. Yeah, I'm not going to, because there's still a lot more things I want to get done back at base, and we only have 5 days left. So let's jump back through, and sorry Mojang, but I'm just gonna, speed through these credits. And there we go, we're back in the overworld, and yeah. Ender Dragon's already done. With only 4 days left of this challenge, there's a few farms I still need to build, and for example, one of those is sugarcane. I don't love the idea of it just being along our little pond right here, so instead I'm gonna clear out a little area to put a small sugarcane farm. I was gonna try and make this an auto sugarcane farm, but considering we have such limited time left, I'm just gonna keep it traditional. Maybe in the next 100 days of this challenge, if we hit that goal, then I'll build an auto one. That is all I'm able to fill in on the sugarcane farm because I just don't have enough yet. Oh, and I can take my pumpkin off. I forgot. So while I wait for these to grow up so I can replant them, I want to go ahead and start placing a whole bunch of lanterns in because as of right now, we just have torches kind of scattered everywhere and I don't really love the way it looks. Besides placing lanterns in, I also used my bones to craft a decent amount of bone meal so I can go around our village making everything look a little bit greener. This is something I'm notorious for doing, and I know I am, is just kind of filling things in with bone meal and tall grass when it looks empty. I think this place is looking a whole lot better with all of these lanterns. I mean, it might be too many lanterns, but really, is there such thing as too many lanterns? Although I did just realize I never built a separate field for carrots, and I feel like I should probably do that. So that is exactly what I did, is I spent the rest of day 98 and part of day 99 building a brand new carrot field to the side of the barn. I was really starting to get stressed out while I was building this because it took way longer than I thought it was going to. I thought it was maybe going to take about half a day, but it ended up taking all the way until the very end of day 99. Luckily, I was able to get it done then. I cannot believe I was able to get that carrot field done. Oh my goodness, the stress I was feeling. We only have about a third of the 99th day left, and I think I actually want to go ahead and enchant a fishing rod because I am up to level 68. And earlier when I was doing all that fishing, I was thinking about only if I had a really good fishing rod, and that is pretty dang solid. And so to finish things up here on day 99, I'm just gonna go ahead and do a little bit of fishing. Maybe this time I might actually get an enchanted book or something good, since earlier that wasn't the case. The sun is beginning to set behind me, and there we go. We got one more fish, and I'm gonna go sleep through the night. I guess that's if I can actually find where I placed my bed. Oh, there it is. Now I should be able to sleep. There we go. And that right there is 100 days of hardcore Minecraft in a world that slowly expands. Man, I had such a fun time doing this. At the beginning, it was so difficult because all the mobs were spawning in such large amounts in this small area, but as it's expanded to just about 1,000 blocks in diameter, it's gotten a whole lot easier. We obviously started things off in this world by building this starter house with a staircase going all the way down to the bottom of the world below it, and from there we moved on to the next building, which was the mine entrance, which still doesn't have anything in the interior below it or really anything up above. We just have our enchantment table. So if you guys can get this video to that 5,000 likes, we will definitely be working on some interiors in the mine entrance along with the farmhouse too. Once we had this area complete, I then moved on to building this barn, which I absolutely love the way it turned out, but as things have been, no interior. And at that point, which I want to say was around day 55, day 60, we started to get involved with the villagers by building a villager breeder, which then sped things up dramatically because we were able to get some really good trades by using some of these librarian villagers and getting tons of levels along with tons of emeralds from these farmers. And that is when I built the auto melon pumpkin farm, which thank God I was able to build this because it made my life so much easier. And then to finish things off, we obviously went into the end. I died because I forgot to turn the world border off, but I think we can, are you kidding me? Of course it's raining on this last day. But then once we were back from the end, I spent that last 5 final days going around building some random things like this carrot field right here, and obviously replacing a whole bunch of the torches with lanterns, which looks amazing. And yeah, that takes us on to day 100. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let's get this video to 5,000 likes, and I will see you in the next one.